Mr. Chairman Doyle and Ranking Member Latta, I want to thank you for working with this amendment. I also want to thank Mr. Barakis, Mr. Lujan, and Mr. Wahlberg for their work. Today, we take an important step to address a problem that has disadvantaged so many areas across rural America: woefully inaccurate broadband maps. I'm proud of our work to put forward a comprehensive mapping bill that moves us closer to our goal of identifying which parts of America remain underserved. This summer, I was pleased to see the FCC adapt several mapping principles from the bipartisan legislation I introduced with my colleagues, the Broadband Data Improvement Act, that are also reflected in the comprehensive bill before us today. These principles include requiring more granular coverage data to be collected from internet providers, including in serviceable locations. These principles include allowing for the public as well as state, local, and tribal government input to challenge the accuracy of the maps on a rolling basis. This will ensure that we have the most updated information available when making infrastructure investments. Rural America has suffered for far too long as a consequence of inaccurate maps that exaggerate where broadband service exists and don't accurately show where it does exist or does not. Only 40% of rural Arizona has access to standard internet speeds. While our children struggle to do their homework, our families struggle to access critical health services that are moving online, and our businesses struggle to compete in online marketplace. My bipartisan amendment clarifies that the public input process for the maps created under this bill should be user-friendly and also increase transparency for the public and its findings. I'm pleased to support my good friend Mr. Lopsack's legislation to continue to build upon our recent mapping success and make sure no community is left underserved. I urge my colleagues to support this bipartisan amendment and the underlying bill. I now yield my colleague, Mr. Barakis of Florida, the balance of my time.